Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is Daniel 11:14. Is not speaking about the small hats. And I pretty much just comes from a video, inspiration from this video I was watching Elder Passar do. The truth is coming out of these on these devils, and he linked a video from the IUIC here, which I have here, and I watched the whole video, and pretty much. I'm not sure exactly where it starts, but if you could see here, you have Daniel 11:14, and that was like an old breakdown from back in the days, where it was said that the name of his is Putin's top Muslim ally shocks world with no hollow, proof claim, and pretty much, I'm not sure of his name, the individual here that was teaching the class. He mentioned that this scripture here was dealing with Amalek, and it's not. It's dealing with, wicked Israelites that were, joining themselves with Antiochus to help him to establish what he was trying to establish, but it fell through. I linked both of these videos in the description box. You can go to maybe around the 7-minute mark or so when he first starts going into this, or you could watch the whole video, and you could see that he mentioned that this is talking about Amalek, and it's not. When you read it, face value, and in those times there shall many stand up against the king of the south. Also the robbers of thy people shall exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall fall. So you're thinking that it's talking about someone being established against the people of the Most High, the robbers of thy people, but that's not what this means. It says, in those times there shall many stand up against the king of the south. The king of the south was Ptolemy the fourth, and when he was, I believe he died in battle, and his son, which was Ptolemy the fifth, he was roughly around 4 years old. He was very young when he came to power. All right, so he had, other men that were helping him. So there was a particular war. I was trying to track it down. I couldn't find it right now, but I know if I keep looking, I'll find it. That Antiochus was waging against Antiochus the third, by the way, the great, was waging against Ptolemy the fourth, and he got a certain victory, which he bestowed favor upon Israel. But then he was trying to go further and conquer all of Egypt, and he wasn't able to. And you had certain Israelites that were trying to help him out, to gain this victory, and it didn't happen. So when you go through the different translations, it gives you a little better understanding of what this scripture is talking about. And even when you go to the commentary, the Bible Hub, inside joke, they even tell you that it's talking about, the Israelites. Now we speak about the marathon classes back then. There were 3 weeks, back-to-back Saturdays, where we stayed after camp till the wee hours of the morning going through Daniel the 11th chapter. Going through it, fine-tuning it, and getting different things out. And, we got like an overall idea of it, and we little something here and there was fine-tuned, because this scripture here was used years ago against Amalek, and saying that this was talking about that they are the robbers of thy people, but that's not what this is saying. When we read the NIV, it says, in those times many will rise against the king of the south. King of the south being Ptolemy the fourth. That would be Antiochus the third, the great, and there was another one, Philip. I think it was Philip the fifth, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a whole history on that, because I was doing a little research on it. Those who are violent among your own people will rebel in fulfillment of the vision, but without success. So this is talking about the Israelites. All right. When you go to the NLT, there's another one that brought it out. At that time, there will be a general uprising against the king of the south. Violent men among your own people will join them in fulfillment of this vision, but they will not succeed. Okay, so this is not talking about the small hats. This is really talking about wicked Israelites that were trying to help Antiochus III establish, this particular vision. And the vision was him conquering Egypt, because he had bestowed some favors upon Israel. It was his son, Antiochus IV Epiphanes, that really, put the screws to Israel, okay, back then. So I just pretty much wanted to say, mention that. I was, trying to find, pinpoint the but I wasn't able to pinpoint it. But if you keep searching, you'll find it. And even if you go to the Bible Hub and type in Daniel 11 and 14 commentary, it'll give you, the breakdown, that is talking about the people of Israel. Matter of fact, let me just show you real quick. Daniel 11. Daniel 11:14 commentary, and you'll see it here. And this is one that Apostle Tara likes to go to, the Cambridge Bible for Schools. All right, it tells you that there shall many stand up, alluding to Antiochus, which was Antiochus III, to Philip of Macedon. All right, and I believe that was Philip V. When we jump down here, also the children of the violent among thy people shall lift themselves up to establish a vision, but they shall be overthrown. The allusion is apparently to a faction among the Jews who, for the purpose of fulfilling certain prophecies, took the part of Antiochus against Ptolemy, but were unsuccessful. And the other commentary that we have from years ago, they didn't really go into too much detail on this particular verse, but eventually we figured out that it was talking about the Israelites, the wicked ones that was trying to help Antiochus III, And so, and then, you can read on here, if you want. And then this one here, Benson also went into it. Robbers of thy people, the sons of the breakers or of the revolters, the faction and refractory ones of thy people, the sons of the pestilent ones of thy people. In the Vulgate it is translated the sons also of the can't say this word, prevaricators of thy people shall exalt themselves to establish a vision. The Jews were at the time broken into factions, part adhering to the king of Egypt and part to the king of Syria. Right, that was another thing. You had the two different factions that were helping one side, and the other one was helping the other side. King of the North, king of the South. But the majority were for breaking away from their allegiance to Ptolemy, and thereby contributed greatly, without their knowing it, toward the accomplishment of this prophecy concerning the calamities which should be brought upon the Jewish nation by the succeeding kings of Syria. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. So Lord's will, you will edify to the next time I say shalom.